Look, I want to talk about Ethereum because I do think it's at a super critical point right now. Like we're in this super tight range, and whatever way we break out of this range could really decide the future for Ethereum for the next couple of weeks, if not months. Because right now we're stuck in between the 200 EMA on the daily acting as resistance and the 200 simple moving average SMA on the daily acting as support. And we're right in between it, right stuck in this range between like 1890 and 1980, like this very tight range. 3 daily candles fully reacting off this range, strong resistance above us, strong support below us. And so whatever way we definitively break out of this range, I think we're likely to move in that direction for quite some time. And so I think the market right now is super indecisive, and we're in the midst of deciding what the next direction is. And if we can get a daily candle closing above $1,990, $2,000, very good sign that we could probably see maybe a bit of a relief rally. If we start to break down below 800, 1880, we get a daily candle close below that, the downside potential is pretty substantial. I mean, like we could drop to 1700, we could drop to 1400, we could drop even lower. So this is super critical make it or break it territory for Ethereum. And again, if we get that daily candle close below 1880, it's a very bad sign for Ethereum, and a very bad sign for altcoins, because ETH is kind of like a leading indicator of the altcoin market. A healthy Ethereum means a healthy altcoin market. An unhealthy Ethereum means an unhealthy altcoin market.
100%.
So, yeah, do you agree with anything there or
I do agree,
disagree?
man. And I think today we didn't really fully look at Ethereum, but I saw some news out there, which I actually have open right now. So, guys, sorry if I'm butchering this, but came out today about what do we have? So, Ethereum's London fork is one of the most anticipated updates. Sure. We know all of that. Overall, Ropsten becomes the first Ethereum's ETH test network to support much anticipated London hard fork. So they are pushing. This was today, according to the Twitter post by Ethereum core developer Tim Bako today, January 24th. At this block height, London hard fork was activated on the Ropsten test network. So pretty good advancement. And overall, if you don't know what EIP 1559, I guess we'll quick. London hard fork includes 5 Ethereum improvement proposals, EIPs, while EIP 1559 is the most crucial one. It introduces dynamic fee structure and implements periodical fee burning, so just making, I guess, Ethereum deflationary and more security, added, and less fees, basically. Thus, with EIP 1559 activated, Ethereum becomes the deflationary asset for the first time in its history. Some analysts treat this as a bullish catalyst for Ethereum's price. However, as Ethereum gas fees will be reduced for users, some Ethereum miners have opposed this hard fork for years, obviously because it's a bit more money. But then again, we're looking at scalability for Ethereum. We're looking at more, security layers added on top, and with what's it called, with Matic as well, acting as some sort of a second layer scaling solutions where a lot of those protocols will have the ability to choose a more of a secure system, and sacrifice a bit on gas fees, or focus more on lower gas fees, but a bit sacrifice on, for example, transaction speed. So it's giving them that flexibility, and they can definitely use Matic to actually migrate to that Ethereum. So just to kind of deviate away from the Ethereum virtual machine, and lessen that overall pressure on the network itself. So right now we're sitting 1984. We are extremely on the bottom. We broke below this wedge here that we're looking at on the hourly. We've been all the way down. We got to this final support level for Ethereum that if we actually do break, then we're looking for lower and lower prices, 100%. But then again, same thing, same exact price action with Bitcoin. It's been going down, had a bit of a breakout on lower time frames, and we saw some buys try to step in. Again, for Ethereum, is the same thing going to happen? I don't really see a a short-term breakout, I guess. Yet we're still in that downtrend. I don't know, people would be looking at it something like this. For example, if we're looking at the hourly, maybe if I expand it a bit, you're seeing here resistance again ever since June 15th. Just how Bitcoin has been moving since June 15th. Here we have this well-established resistance that we just broke out of, as Ethereum is acting the same way. with this news today? Are we gonna have some, buyers try to jump in on this thing? Ethereum is at 1,900 after being up all the way. Was it like 500, I guess, or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's definitely at a discount with all these developments, and then a bunch of these, not a bunch, I guess we got some from Israel right now testing their digital currency on the Ethereum network. Ethereum right now is at 60% discount. So what do you want to do? That's the thing. That's the main question. Are you willing to take that risk in the market or no? What do you think of all this news with Ethereum developing? It's been pushing. Everyone's been waiting for some sort of scalability solution, faster transactions, and all that. DeFi's been holding Ethereum on its back for a bit. Is it going to continue to do so? I'm not sure, but all we can say is we're 60% down. It is 100% at a discount, and we're at a very critical level. So proceed with caution.
Yeah. No, look, no, I believe in this thing long term. But with that being said, what do we need to look out for us to start being bullish? Again, we're in this super critical tight range with these high time frame moving averages. So for me to start being bullish on ETH, we need to start closing above this 200 daily moving average, which, by the way, man, we're testing right now as we speak. As we speak, we're trying to get above this thing. But we can see how we did that before, and we actually retested and held it for a bit, but fell back below. But this is on the 2-hour. If we go to the daily, we still have not had a daily candle close above this thing. So again, for me, start feeling bullish. I want a candle body, a complete daily candle body, fully closing above this line. So if we get, something like this, that wick here, at that point, I would start feeling bullish about ETH. Do you like my drawing there?
What the hell is that?
This is supposed to be a candle body, not supposed to be a wick. That's supposed to be a
Man.
opportunity, man.
Yeah.
Look, folks, bottom line is, folks, like, again, we need to get a daily candle close above that thing. If not, we're still very, very bearish.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. So yeah, man. Anything more for on Ethereum here?
I mean, another positive sign, this light green line here. This is the 21 EMA on the 6-hour. Very good. In fact, in my opinion, the best moving average to call short-term price action. So whenever we're above this thing, we're bullish. Whenever we're below this thing, we're bearish. So if we can flip that 200 EMA and get above this thing and get above 2100, 2080, and start holding that, a good sign. So if we can get above that EMA there and hold this, get daily candles closing above this thing, in that case, we would be short-term bullish, in my opinion.
100%.
So that would be an extra layer of bullish confirmation as well. Last thing I would add here with ETH, and I know you'll appreciate this, which is we called the downtrend with Ethereum and Bitcoin. I'm gonna be honest here. We didn't. I did not expect us to fall this hard, for the downtrend to be for us to crash to this extent. But we were both saying for weeks how we thought Ethereum was extremely overextended and how we should expect a correction and downtrend. And look, we expected, personally speaking, or I'll speak for myself here, I expected something like a 20-30% correction. I didn't expect, something like this. But I mean, then again, we were saying for quite a while, folks, we were saying, I expected like a 30% correction, not a 60% correction. But we were saying over here in these regions for weeks, we were not buying Ethereum. We were waiting. We thought Ethereum was extremely overextended and that we were expecting a correction. Again, we didn't expect the extent of this correction, but we were anticipating one just because we were extremely overextended. And again, same thing with Bitcoin. As soon as we broke this 50 daily SMA, this white line here, I was saying I was concerned about Bitcoin. I was beginning to get worried about Bitcoin. And, I did not anticipate this 50-60% correction. But we were seeing for a while, we were worried, we were concerned about the downside potential. And again, folks, again, moving forward, I think we should be prepared for worst case, not just best case. Because looking back here, I'll speak for myself again here. I think I was prepared for kind of best case scenario, bull market continuing with roughly 30% corrections. But I wasn't, as prepared for, this kind of 50% correction,
right?
With the bear market potentially ending here. So moving forward, folks, once we start breaking these critical EMAs, it's a really, really strong sign that the uptrend is ending.
100%, man. And yes, and people were making fun of us. People were actually making fun of us. which is something I didn't appreciate. We did go cry in the corner, me and Brendan. We did, you all of the billions we made in the crypto, just bought a lot of, a lot of tissue paper just to cry it out, because when we're bearish, people didn't accept it, saying, stop spreading FUD or whatever the case might be. And when everything is down, people would ask, when Ethereum is at the 4,000 a bit, is it a good time to buy? Is it a good time? We're saying, it's too much on the high. Go back on these previous days where we talked about Ethereum, saying, be aware, it's on the thumbnails, this is gonna go down. And yeah, but now when things are 60% down, it's, I guess it's people are not interested, in looking at it. This is 60% down, man. 60% down. So something to keep in mind here, guys. And yeah, we need to keep that in mind, man. But then again, we need to see how that plays out. We need to see, understand, that the market sentiment plays a huge role. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes, man. 100%. But we did call it, which I hate. I know. I don't like everyone YouTube style, exactly as we predicted, and this and this and that. People are getting liquidated. We were talking about in general about some sort of reversal coming in, and unfortunately, it did happen. Now we're a bit more bullish, and let's see how that plays out. So let us know. Look, man, there's 187 people here, so let's just smash that like button if you like what we're talking about so far. This was Ethereum.